Hi, I am Isael Márquez and I'm a student of Universidad Autónoma de Sinaloa. I'm going to talk about surveying and stretch of materials. Topic 1. Surveying. Surveying is the science concerning the required data in order to determine either the relative or absolute position of any point on Earth, as well as the location of an area of a plane. Surveying has to do with methods and procedures to carry out measurements of ground and its graphical representation to keep on scale. This subject requires knowledge on mathematics, arithmetic, geometry, and trigonometric, and a skill on the use of measuring instruments. Surveying has a close relationship with geodesy and cartography. The first one is the science which studies the shape and dimension of Earth differing from surveying, because the latter is applied to small parts of terrain and is claimed the terrestrial surface to be flat, while geodesy takes into consideration the curvature of the Earth. Cartography is the science related to the graphical representation of Earth of a portion of it on a plane or a map. The birth of surveying dates back to the ancient Egyptians 5,000 years ago, who had to take the land measurements when floodings of the Nile took place. There are evidence that Persians and Greeks knew about surveying. Among the Greeks, Heron, Chlorine, and Pablo were unsteady. Later on, Romans used surveying to carry out engineering works such as roads, cities, bridges, and so on. Nowadays, with the great technological and scientific advances, surveying has gone a long way. Optical and electronical theodolites of a very high precision, as well as laser collimators and other sophisticated equipment of great accuracy and resolution are used on surveyors. Measurements are taken by surveyors on terrestrial surface, considering two distances and one elevation, to locate an area correctly. Either magnetic or astronomical north are usually taken as reference points to carry out such measurements. Surveying plays an important role in civil engineering because every construction needs measurements of the land on which the constructions will be situated, like buildings, bridges, railroads, dams, highways, skyscrapers, and other ones. Facilities which are necessary today for the advancement of technology and technology. Topic 2. Strengths of materials. Strengths of material is a very important part of engineering. It deals with the relationship between the external loads and their effects on solid materials. Stress materials is a very important for the accurate design of structures, machines, and other engineering works like buildings, cars, airplanes, bridges, and so on, in order to fulfill the objectives for which they are attempted. Because of this, it is of vital importance to know the qualities of the materials to be used, since a failure could be of serious consequence in the safety and economical concerns. The science of strengths of materials began in the ancient Greek, where several wise men involved themselves in these studies. However, it did not mean much at the time. It was not until the 18th century that Colomb and Navier made important discoveries on this field. Stress of materials deals with the causes affecting solid due to laws on them, watching carefully the occurring deformation, which can be either of two ways: temporary deformations, which occur when materials get back to their original size and shape after they are released to loads or load. This is not the case for the second type, that is to say, permanent deformation. Sometimes, when the forces are opposite, the materials can break. Robert Hooke developed the famous law, which is the basis for stress of material. It states that the formation of a body is in direct proportion to the stress applied onto it. The mathematical equation for this law is as follows. E is the deformation of the body. O is the apply of stress. And E is the elasticity constant, which is a particular property of the solid body. Another important fact is about the aspect of engineering is the flexure equation, which is useful to calculate the normal stress onto the parts of a solid when its dimension and mechanical characteristics are known. As we can see, stress of material is extremely important for civil engineering, since every work involves efficient and well-designed structures.